Hello everyone, my name is Bizkit and welcome to Life is Strange. Life is strange indeed. So, the only thing I gotta say for this game is it takes place in a high school setting and it centers around a high school teenage female photographer, or I would say wannabe photographer, who all of a sudden gains the ability to manipulate time, but more primarily reverse time instead of, pausing it or going fast forward. Nope, she can only rewind to a certain period or maybe to a certain point, and then that's pretty much it. Not much you can do with that power, but I gotta say that this game is quite fascinating, and I decided to make a walkthrough, why not? So let's get started. This is also made by the developers who created, I believe it was called Remember Me, and I had a save? Second game? Oh well, I'm gonna delete that because my primary one is this one, so let's just start with this one. But anyway, yeah, the developers created this game, and they were also the ones who created Remember Me. Now, funny thing about that is that they were supposed to make Remember Me 2, but they were waiting for Capcom's approval, approval to greenlight it. In fact, I believe the head honcho in that development team said to everyone that he already has the story, plots, and everything going for Remember Me 2, is just that he's waiting for Capcom to greenlight it. So I guess in the meantime they decided to make this game, and here we are. So far this game only has 2 episodes. It's a 5-episodic video game, and so far there's only 2 episodes. I believe the 3rd episode comes out next week. If I'm not mistaken, maybe at the same time as The Witcher, which is probably a bad start, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, let's get started with episode 1. Life is Strange is a story-based game that features player choice. The consequences of all your in-game actions and decisions will impact the past, present, and future. Choose wisely. ... Forgot about those.
Where am I? What's happening? I'm trapped in a storm? How did I get here? And where is here? Wait, there's the lighthouse. I'll be safe if I can make it there. I hope. Please let me make it there.
Yes, let's go to the lighthouse where the light descends upon darkness and shows us the way to the end of the tunnel. I forgot where I got that from, but it doesn't matter. I like the quote, though. So, one thing I will say about this game, and this is pretty much my number one reason, my number one dislike to say, is that this game has horrible lip sync. But I mean horrible. The lip sync is so terrible that the characters don't even try to hide it. Whoever made this game mostly worked on the vocals and everything, the animation and all that stuff. They did not try to hide it. It is so blatantly obvious that it's crazy. And yes, what you're seeing ahead of me is a cyclone or a giant tornado. I mean, that's what you see every day in storms. That, or that's probably a result of me sniffing a lot of cocaine. You know what they say, cocaine is a hell of a drug, people.
Holy shit.
You already saw the lip sync right there.
That was so surreal.
Famously called film Little Pieces of Time. But he could be talking about photography, as he likely was.
Okay, I'm in class. Everything's cool. I'm okay.
From light to shadow. From color to chiaroscuro. Now, can you give me an example of a photographer who perfectly captured the human condition in black
I
and
didn't
white?
fall asleep, and that sure didn't feel like a dream.
Bueller?
Weird.
Diane Arbus.
There you go, Victoria. Why Arbus?
Okay, let me pause right here and just explain one very important thing about this game. This game, even though it said right at the beginning that your choices will affect the past, present, and future, so far from what I've seen and from my experience with the game, it has happened. But I also gotta point out this one thing that they should have mentioned, at least. Every single action that you see, even in the cutscenes, have some significance in what's going to happen and what's currently going on now. That's why they show, at the very beginning, you saw pieces here and there of the scene where woman's phone rings and it shows a person's name. That person is going to be relevant later on. One teenager threw a paper ball, like a piece of paper ball, at another teenage girl who looks depressed and everything. That's going to be significant later on. You just got to watch out for all these because they do play a role, and that's probably my most favorite thing that I like about in this game. The fact that every single thing plays a role somehow, surprisingly, and they managed to do it so far well. So just watch out.
Because of her images of hopeless faces, you feel like totally haunted by the eyes of those sad mothers and children.
She saw humanity as tortured, right? And frankly, it's bullshit. Shh, 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 shh. Keep that to yourself. Seriously, though, I could frame any one of you in a dark corner and capture you in a moment of desperation. And any one of you could do that to me. Isn't that too easy? Too obvious? What if Arbus chose to capture people
weird.
at the height?
Anyway, we don't need to listen to this.
innocence?
If you're into photography, then by all means you can just buy this game and listen to whatever the hell he says, because he does bring up some good points about photography, but it's not really that much relevant to the story.
Her work.
And it's kind of
I
annoying that I'm
prefer
talking while they're talking at the
Robert
same
Frank.
time, but I'm doing it anyway because
Me
who
too,
cares?
Victor.
Anyway, what's this?
Look at this crap. How can I show this to Mr. Jefferson? I can hear the class laughing at me now.
This looks fine. I mean, I'm not into photography or anything, but it's just... think of it as a selfie except taken behind you, I guess.
Captured the essence of post-war beat.
Wait, now that I think about it, how the hell is
And
that
it was-
even
Look at this
possible? Did you get
crap.
a friend
How
to
can
do
I
it?
show this to Mr. Jefferson?
I guess whatever.
Economic conditions.
I can
What's
hear-
this?
I haven't kept up with my journal as much as I should.
You don't have beauty without a...
If anybody
Oh, it's
else
a
looked
journal.
at this, what would they think?
Okay, so this entire page explains what has happened before what's going on now. So this is just a bit of backstory and whatnot. So if you guys want to read it, I'm just going to give you 3 seconds for each page, and then I'm just continuing on with whatever else is in this journal. I already read it, so I don't need to, you know, read it out loud to you guys, especially since my voice isn't doing that well. And I'm a terrible reader according to you guys, so yeah, not going to deal with that. So 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Heck, maybe I'm the only one, but I remember used to owning one of these journals and did it as a personal entry log for what I do every single day or what I think it's important. And there are times where I just draw these little snippets, and I did it just so if, let's say, my future self ever come across my journal would know exactly what I'm talking about and relive the memories of what's going on in this journal. As you can see with all these pictures around here, that's kind of what she's doing. That or she's bored. That could be another possibility, but anyway, let's go. This is Max Caulfield. I think I pronounced her last name right. I don't know much about this individual. She's only into photography, and she aims to get a career as a photographer, obviously. And that's pretty much it. In fact, you can get everything you want to know in the first 2 lines, or first 2 sentences of this journal entry, and that's pretty much it. You don't need to know much about her. This is Kate. Not much is known about her except she looks a bit zoned out and stuff. Not important. She is supposedly the popular chick in this school establishment. Think of it as the popular girl in any type of trope or cliche or whatever. And this is just the teacher who we just saw a couple of minutes ago, who the main character idolizes and looks up to and all that other crap. I'm not gonna read the description. You guys do that by yourselves. Anyway, next is okay. These are the photos that occasionally you can take. They're not required, but they are part of getting trophies. So every single picture that is in this page is the amount of trophies that are in this episode, and that's pretty much it. You take one of the pictures, you get a trophy for it, and that's it. Nothing else is required for the trophy. So I thought I'd mention that for anybody who is playing games and doing trophies like myself. So whatever. This is a map, and these are text messages. Let's read this one. Make sure you check out NEK whatever on my flash drive. Mwahaha. Hey Mad Max, let's bust shit up. Wait, I have to study for a physics test. So if we bust anything, we also have to measure its velocity. Don't ignore this message. Oh wait, there was more on top, sorry. Do you want to meet for coffee after school? I need an excuse to not study. Please. And she didn't answer back. That's funny. This is from Mom. Says, happy birthday, Maxie. We can't believe it's been 18 whole years since you were brought to us. Hugs and kisses. This is literally the only text you received? Damn. That's kind of sad. Oh. Hey, Max, you around? Always. You okay? Did you want to get tea later today? Absolutely. I'll be free after 4. Talk to you later. I almost said thank you for some reason. Have a very special 18th birthday. You're an adult now, but you're still our little girl. Check your account. Don't blow it all at once. Thank you, Daddy. Don't know what else to say. And looks like you haven't been talking to your dad either, or at least that much. It's kind of sad.
Which explains why Frank was Kerouac's photographic muse.
Oops.
Look at this crap. How can I show...
Of the
I can't believe I still have this pencil case. I should upgrade to the 21st century.
I've seen worse pencil cases. Have you seen mine in high school? I'm not gonna describe it, but mine's was pretty worse.
My little camera bag is battered, but still kicking.
Contrast Frank's stark Americana with
Okay,
Salvador
that's pretty
Dali's
much it.
surrealist
What is
photographs.
this?
I do love my analog camera. I should take a quick picture now.
You want me to
I
take a
should take a
selfie?
picture to prove I'm still here. Plus, it's perfect for my portfolio. And I have to get my daily selfie
It's
quota.
a great tradition, and I wholeheartedly fight for your right to
Oh, great. I'm
self-expression.
playing as a
Or
character who
selfie
also
expression.
likes selfies.
Sorry, I know. So if anybody wants to question the portrait as modern narcissism, they could go back hunch. I believe Max has taken what you kids call a selfie. A dumb word for a wonderful photographic tradition. And Max has a gift.
Okay, let me pause it right here again. I just want to point out. I feel like it was bad for me not to wait until the teacher was done talking, because he explained something something I agree with so much about selfies. And he said it right in the moment where I was taking the selfie myself. And that was, he compared selfies to modern narcissism. And I've mentioned this time and again, in my opinion, I think selfies is just a modern version of narcissism. I mean, there's nothing... I forgot the quote. Wow, I completely forgot about it. Whatever. But basically what I'm saying is that he did the comparison with selfie and modern narcissism, and he kind of said they're one of the same. I strongly agree with that. So, just pointing that out to anybody who is curious on my thoughts on selfies and ever wonders if I myself take selfies. No, I do not take selfies. I think they're utterly retarded. And I'm not a narcissist. So, there you go.
Of course, as you all know, the photo portrait has been popular since the early 1800s. Your generation was not the first to use images for selfie expression. Sorry, I couldn't resist. The point remains that the portraiture has always been a vital aspect of art and photography for as long as it's been around. Now, Max, since you've captured our interest and clearly want to join the conversation, can you please tell us the name of the process that gave birth to the first self-portraits?